On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road
Hello,
again.
my name is Grace, and I am 9 years old. My family likes to take lots of road trips in our little blue car. We have gone to Disney World, Grand Canyon, Great Lakes, and many other places. Some trips are very long, and some are shorter. During these trips, I can do many different things. My family and I are about to head on a trip since we are on summer break. First, we are going up through Michigan, across the Mackinac Bridge, and touring different places in the UP. Then we'll be going down through Wisconsin. Then we will head to Chicago and see as much as we can. After that, we will head back home to Michigan. I have a brother named James. James and I will be sitting in the back of the car. Most of the time, James and I get along. We are also bringing Sadie, our Cocker Spaniel puppy. She will be riding with James and I in the back. We just got in the car and I am all buckled up. As we go down the road, I see lots of birds and other animals and houses out the window. "Mom, can I roll down the window?" I asked. Mom replied, "Yes, but just halfway down." So after I rolled down the window, I stuck my hand out the window. It is so cool to feel the wind, but now I feel a sting on my hand. I looked down at my hand to notice a little black spot. I started to cry. Mom asked, "What's wrong?" "I put my hand out the window and got stung by a bee," I said while still crying. Mom then got out our first aid kit and made my hand feel better. Mom then said, "Next time you have the window down, you should keep your hand in the car so you don't get stung again." After that, I went and fell asleep for a couple hours. When I woke up, I asked James, "Do you want to watch Nemo?" He agreed, and we set up our TV to watch it. After watching the movie for a while, I realized there was a problem. I had forgotten to tell Mom and Dad that I needed to go to the bathroom. I had an accident. I then whispered to Mom, "I'm really sorry, but I had an accident. Can we pull over and go to the bathroom?" She understands, and Dad finds the nearest rest area. We then get back in the car and are back on the road. By this time, it is getting dark outside. The next thing I see is the Mackinac Bridge, all lit up. We stop at a hotel to sleep for the night. We get our room assignment, and James and I follow Mom and Dad to the room. While we are at the hotel, we make sure Mom and Dad know where James and I are, so that we are safe. We woke up and had a great breakfast at the hotel. Then we got back in the car to head to Tuquamnon Falls. I decided to take out one of my favorite books and read it. By the time we get to the falls, I had read 2 chapters. When we got to the falls, James and I made sure Mom and Dad could see us the whole time. The falls were so pretty. We then headed to Lake of the Clouds. This is another long drive, so I pulled out my journal and started to write and draw in it. We then made it to Lake of the Clouds. It was so beautiful. Mom took lots of pictures. James and I then got out the snacks and decided to share the Doritos. If James and I don't share, Mom takes it away and we both don't get it. We also gave some Doritos to Sadie, but we didn't tell Mom or Dad. When we got done eating the Doritos, we had to ask Mom for some napkins because they are so messy. Dad decides the rest of the day we will be traveling to Wisconsin. James and I then pull out our Yahtzee game and play that together. I am really good at this game, and I love rolling the dice. All of a sudden, James looks over at Sadie and says, "Ew, Sadie just got sick all over the floor." Mom and Dad were not happy. After we pulled over and cleaned the car, Dad said, "Grace, James, we don't give dogs Doritos. Sadie has dog food that she eats that is good for her. Doritos make her sick." We made sure for the rest of the trip that Sadie got dog food, not people food. When we got into Wisconsin, we got another hotel. We got up early this morning and went to McDonald's for breakfast. Then we started to head to Bay Beach Amusement Park. On the way there, we all played the ABC game. James does really well at this game. We were so excited about going to the music park that we just looked out the window the rest of the time, just waiting to see it. We stayed there most of the rest of the day. After that, we got a motel right on Lake Michigan and went out and swam for a little bit before going to bed. The next morning, we headed to Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago. We got on the road and I pulled out my iPod to listen to music. Mom had loaded a bunch of kids' music on my iPod that is really cool. When we got to the zoo, we all went in except for Sadie. They don't allow pets at the zoo. We left the windows down a little bit so Sadie could get some air. We also left some water and food for Sadie. We saw so many cool animals. Mom let me take some cool pictures of the monkeys and lions. When we got back to the car, we let Sadie out to do her business, then we went back to the hotel for the night. The next day I got up and helped Mom and Dad load the car. Today is the day we are heading home. James and I decided it would be a good idea to relax and watch a movie, so we pulled out Megamind. I love that movie. I have really enjoyed this trip. After a little while, we were home. So glad we went on this trip and can recall all the great memories.